We have been looking at this wrong the whole time. For weeks, the entire scientific community has been debating whether 3I Atlas was a comet or an asteroid. We argued about the gas composition, the speed, the trajectory angles. We built models based on rocks and ice. But we missed the most obvious clue because we were afraid to ask the right question. We assumed the object was solid. We assumed it was dead. We were wrong. 12 hours ago, deep space radar telemetry from the Goldstone Observatory in California confirmed an event that defies all natural explanation. The radar cross-section of 3I Atlas, essentially how big it looks to our sensors, increased by 400% in a matter of minutes. Let me repeat that. The object got 4 times bigger instantly. Rocks do not expand. Ice does not inflate. There is only one explanation for a rigid object suddenly increasing its surface area in the vacuum of space while maintaining its structural integrity. It opened up. Let's look at the official narrative versus the raw data coming from the Deep Space Network. NASA is scrambling to call this a fragmentation event. They want you to believe the comet is breaking apart because of the sun's heat, similar to what happened to Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 before it hit Jupiter. But when a comet breaks, it crumbles into chaos. It becomes a cloud of debris. Pieces fly off in random directions, tumbling and spinning. The trajectory becomes unstable and unpredictable. 3I Atlas is perfectly stable. The new fragments detected by radar are not drifting away into the void. They are locked in position, maintaining a perfect, symmetrical formation relative to the main hull. They are moving in sync. This isn't a breakup. This is a deployment. Think of a flower opening its petals to catch the morning sun, or a satellite unfurling its solar panels after launch. The geometry is too precise to be an accident. Remember the blue shift energy spike we discussed in previous dossiers? The mainstream media told you that was just carbon burning off. That was a lie. We now believe that energy spike was the reactor powering up to drive the hydraulic systems. The heat vents we detected on the rear of the object, that was the pressure release system dumping waste heat before the hull separated. We are watching a machine wake up from a billion-year hibernation and prepare for operation right in our backyard. But why would it open? Why now? Professor Avi Loeb from Harvard has long theorized about light sails, thin, highly reflective sheets designed to catch the light of stars to push a ship forward without fuel. The new shape of 3I Atlas is flat, wide, and highly reflective. It has turned itself into a giant mirror. This explains the anti-tail anomaly perfectly. It's not a tail. It never was. It is the reflection of the sun off a massive solar sail that is now fully deployed. By increasing its surface area, the object is now catching the solar wind with maximum efficiency. It is harvesting the kinetic energy of our star to push itself towards its next destination. And the terrifying part? A solar sail of this size, made of advanced metamaterials we can only dream of, could theoretically accelerate to 20% the speed of light. It isn't just sailing, it is charging for a jump. It is using our sun as a gravity assist engine to sling itself into the deep void at speeds that would turn a human crew into jelly. This recontextualizes everything we know about the timeline. Remember the 7-second signal we detected on October 29th? At the time, we thought it was a scan of Earth. But looking at the new shape, it makes more sense. It wasn't a scan. It was a status update. Hull integrity compromised. Proximity to star confirmed. Initiating deployment sequence. Opening shields. The signal happened exactly before the expansion. Cause and effect. The object realized it was near a star. It realized it had enough power. And it executed the command to transform. NASA heard the command. They saw the shift on their monitors, and that is why they cut the Mars rover feed. They didn't want you to see the moment the rock became a ship. They are terrified, because this proves that the object is autonomous. It makes decisions. It reacts to its environment. Now let's talk about what is inside. If the outer shell has opened, the protective cocoon is gone. What is exposed underneath? Spectroscopic analysis of the inner core is now showing elements that shouldn't be there. We are detecting spikes in iridium and osmium, dense, rare earth metals that are often used in heavy industrial shielding. We are also seeing a thermal signature that suggests an internal heat source distinct from the sun. We are seeing the guts of the machine. Is it a sensor array designed to map the galaxy? Is it a communication relay? Or is it a weapon? Some theorists suggest that the shell was just a protective armor designed to shield the delicate payload from the radiation of interstellar space. Now that it is safely inside a solar system, the armor is peeling back to release the payload. Maybe it's not leaving. Maybe the solar sail is actually a brake designed to slow it down even further so it can deploy something into Earth's orbit. The military response confirms this fear. In the last 12 hours, the U.S. Space Force has raised its alert level for all orbital assets. They aren't tracking a comet anymore. They are tracking a potential hostile bogey. They know that if this thing decides to maneuver, we have absolutely nothing that can catch it. We are watching a Formula One car race against a tricycle. Consider the psychological impact of this transformation. For weeks, we comforted ourselves with the idea that it was just a rock. A rock is safe. A rock is stupid. A rock doesn't care about us. But a transformer? A machine that changes shape? That implies intent. That implies engineering. Someone built this. Someone designed the hinges, the actuators, the materials. Someone wrote the code that told it to open when it felt the heat of our sun. And where are they now? Are they watching through the sensors of the probe? Or have they been dead for 1,000,000 years, leaving their automated creations to wander the galaxy like ghosts? The object we saw last week is gone. 3I Atlas has shed its skin. It is no longer hiding. It is bigger, brighter, and faster than before. The camouflage has been dropped. NASA can keep calling it a debris cloud, but debris doesn't fly in formation. Debris doesn't accelerate against the laws of gravity. Debris doesn't emit coded radio bursts. The butterfly has emerged from the chrysalis, and we have no idea if it's beautiful or deadly. We are witnessing the most significant technological display in the history of our solar system, and we are just spectators. We cannot stop it. We cannot communicate with it. We can only watch as it unfurls its wings and decides our fate. As you look at the night sky, remember that what is up there is not natural. The universe is full of rocks, but it is also full of things that are waiting to wake up. And 3I Atlas just opened its eyes. The question is, does it like what it sees? Or have we just become a target?